Good morning, brothers and sisters. The aim of my daily sharing and reading the Bible, which I have prepared, is to encourage brothers and sisters to come to the Lord, to take the initiative to come to Him. I don't mean this become your dependent on my sharing as the way to draw near to the Lord. You should come to Him 24 hours a day. My plan is to help you to build up an habit. The habit is to get up every morning to come to the Lord. The first thing you do is to be aware that the Lord is with you. Don't just listen to my stories. When I ask you to quiet down, that you really quiet your heart and come to Him and respond to Him. So let's have some time to come to Him. You can look up to the sky. Can you feel that He's looking at you? He's longing to hear your voice and listen to your songs and prayers. Let's quiet yourself and talk to the Lord. Today I would like to share with you some verses. It's in 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 7 to 8. The end of all things is at hand. Therefore, be self-controlled and sober-minded for the sake of your prayers. Above all, keep loving one another earnestly, since love covers a multitude of sins. Peter encouraged us as a believer, at the end of all things is at hand. The Lord is coming soon. We have to be watchful and be careful, for Satan will tempt us and he will also divide us. He will try to destroy the relationship between the brothers and sisters, and will turn away from God and don't mind about God. Peter also encouraged us to be watchful and don't forget to pray. Do not follow or fall into the trend of this world. We need to pray and draw near to God, for this is the most important and the only way. We need to pray and we need the Lord so that we can walk until to the end. In verse 8, it mentioned love one another, because when we love, it can cover many sins, and we shall love one another with action, but not just by word. We can fight against Satan and the enemies. Brothers and sisters, we are building up a church. When we're loving one another, we are building up the church that is after His heart. And that's very important. I'd like to tell you a story, and it happens in Johannesburg in South Africa. There is a 10-year-old boy called Sam who is in his primary school. He's suffering in leukemia, and he has been receiving the treatment in a hospital for a long time. His condition has improved, and now he can go back to school and see his friends. But he's so scared that because he have lost all his hair while he's receiving the treatment in the hospital. He is bored, but even he lost his hair, still he want to go to school. So he's wearing his hat and he's on his way. Though he's so afraid, he won't lift up his head. The classroom was very noisy, and the kids is shouting and running around. Sam entered into this classroom. When the classmates saw Sam, suddenly everybody was so quiet. They all turned their face to Sam. And Sam is so nervous. But all in a sudden, every kid took their woolen hats off. Sam looked at their head. Actually, everybody had their hair shaved. At first he was so scared that the kids would look down on him because he got no hair. But when everybody took their heads off, Sam knew he is fully accepted by his classmates because every single one of them is bored. They all laughed together and they all clapped hands for Sam. And everybody is welcoming him back. They all shouting and jumping joyously for Sam and to welcome him back to school. This is so happy because you can see the true love and support towards Sam. Their action has expressed the greatest acceptance and welcoming to him. Brothers and sisters, we should do the same in the church. Not only we accept each other, for we are the member of this household. Brothers and sisters are so worthy for our love and support. Do you know our lives are paved with love and grace from brothers and sisters? My families and myself have received many grace and love by many brothers and sisters. Truly, all are grace. Brothers and sisters, it's time for us to quiet ourselves and give thanks to God. You can also think of His love and grace, and the grace and love that you have received from brothers and sisters from the past. Now let's have some time for yourself to talk to God alone. Give thanks to Him. And when you have time to respond to God throughout the day, you can also think of His love and grace and from the brothers and sisters.